Look out, Mama, there's a white boat coming up the river with a big red beacon and a flag and a man on the rail. I think you better call John. It don't look like they're here to deliver the mail, and it's less than a mile away. I hope they didn't come to stay. Got a number on a side and a gun, and it's making big waves. Daddy's gone, my brother's out hunting in the mountains. Big John's been drinking since the river took Penniloo. So the powers that be left me here to do the thinking, and I just turned 22. I was wondering what to do. The more I thought, the more those feelings grew. Daddy's rifle in my hand felt reassuring. He told me red means run, son, numbers add up to nothing. But when the first shot hit the dock, I saw it coming. I raised my rifle to my eye, never stopped to wonder why. Then I saw black, my face flashed in the sky. Shelter me from the powder and the finger, cover me with the thought that pulls the trigger, and think of me as the one you'd never figure would fade away so young, with so much left undone. Remember me to my love, I know I'll miss her. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Hope you had a good holiday. Nice to be with you. It's starting to snow here. Got a new tune for you. Psyched to do it. It's called Powder Finger by Neil Young. The last Neil Young got some pretty good response, so I'm going to try another Neil Young tune. This one's an all-time classic. And yeah, as always, before you do anything, grab a link in the description. Go over to my website and get yourself a free tab so you got all the chord shapes going on and fingerings for the stuff we do in the lesson. So without further ado, powder finger I've got a capo on too. It's not capoed. If you're doing it without the capo, you're looking at G chords, C chords, and D chords, key of G. The turnaround on it's B minor and C. And then kind of a little B minor 7-ish and C major 7-ish. We'll talk about that, how the harmonies for the backup singing kind of add to that chord. And then it's got this classic riff we got to go over the. And so that riff is 2 harmonized electric guitars, but you can grab both the parts and make yourself a little, version of it for solo acoustic guitar. So I'm going to go back. Well, I won't even put the I'll put the capo back on, and let's talk about what's happening here. So on this one, he starts the song just singing without the guitar. Look out, mama, which is pretty cool, and he comes in on the 4 chord C. Again, we'll do it based on the key of G, so even though this is a different chord with the capo on, we're calling that C. So the main progression is look out, mama, 1 chord to 4 chords. There's a white boat coming up the river. Back to a 1 chord. If you don't know about 1, 4, and 5 chords, Nashville numbers, take a cruise through my website. I've got some lessons posted on how to figure out what that means. So look out, mama, there's a white boat coming up the river. Okay, and a lot of times what he does after he gets to the 1 chord, I'd suggest playing the G with these fingers, 2, 3, 4, because this free first finger, you can do a little suspended note with a C. Okay, so like, look out, mama, there's a white boat coming up the river. Here it is. Okay, just that 1 finger coming down and up and off of the C note. You could make it a little bit, more creative. You could take this finger and move it over to the 2nd fret, 4th string. With that C, so this is kind of like the top of a C shape with a C and an E note, while you kind of have the G going on here. Makes it a little bit more rich. So you could do, look out, mama, there's a white boat coming up the river. All right, that's a possibility. You could do just a 1 finger, which is 1st fret on the 2nd string, or you could add in this one here, 2nd fret 4th string with the 1st fret 2nd string. So just a little idea for you. Okay, the song continues on. Look out, mama, there's a white boat coming up the river with a big red beacon. Now we're on the C chord, the 4 chord, and the flag, and a man on the rail. Back to 1, and you can do the suspended. I think you better call John. It don't look like they're here to deliver is B minor chord. And that classic bar chord with kind of an A minor shape. You can think of this finger as a capo. And so this next section is less than a mile away. What happens here is when the guys start going, ooh, they're adding in some notes to kind of make this sound B minor 7-ish and C major 7-ish. A little bit of a variation, but cool enough you could throw that in with your strumming to kind of add to the full band sound. So we have less than a mile away. Here it is, B minor, hope they didn't come to say. 7 to C major 7, got a number on the side and a gun. It just adds a little more color for that C with the open B note in there, making it C major 7. It's making big waves. You end up on a D chord, the 5 chord, and then you got the classic riff here. The awesome riff is. right, so let's talk about this. Riff's mostly kind of playing on strings 2 and 3. So I'm up here on the 7th fret on strings 2 and 3 with these double stops. 5th fret, same shape, 5 and 5. So 7, 7, 5, 5, and then we have 3, 4, a little different interval. And then open, open. So 3, 4, open, open, 5, 5, 3, 4, open. Whoops. G chord, back to C. And I put a little hammer-on fill in here. His might be a little different, but kind of your classic where you hammer the 3rd of the C chord and hammer up here the G to the A. Then the suspension. Okay, so bringing it kind of back to the riff part. You can do is, since it's on a D chord here, you can ring the open D to give you a little sense of the chord. So you could have the riff, the double stops, open D. So another open D there. So I'm kind of trying to get the sound of D underneath the riff. Okay, and then there's like 4 verses of that, 3 or 4 verses. I guess on the strumming, I kind of mute a little bit, or I lay off to get a little percussive sound in there. This. You could work on that too to give yourself a groove. Remember here, we're trying to do kind of a solo acoustic arrangement for a band, right? And we're trying to pick up some of the highlights of what the band's doing and put it into your own thing. So the groove's always mega important. We want to always have a good groove. We want to have the riffs and everything, but we want to make sure the groove's good. So that's it for today. There's your tune. It's called Powderfinger by Neil Young, and I hope you're digging it, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks a lot for checking in. Bye-bye.